Hello guys, this is I'm using Emacs as a window manager, right? So you can see it has animations. So this is EWM, and there's literally no video on YouTube, anything. So I'm just making this video to even if someone is interested, but you can see. So pretty much what you get with this is everything is a buffer, right? So I can just switch buffer, Windows D can just switch buffer like this. Even application, if I open multiple application, I can switch between the files and the buffers and the applications very simply. And then I can split the window, and then I can open up here this buffer, and here this buffer, and then I can also resize it, Control X, and then the shift bracket to do these things also without even using mouse. But I don't really care. I like using mouse, so I don't really care about that strings. I can close it, and then the one more thing is that so it just likes this like one workspace. So to have multiple workspace, I think there's only one thing, that is what is that? That is Windows T. So I don't know the name. It creates a frame. Frame means if you're watching this video, you should probably know the frame is it creates a new frame. Let me, and then you can switch between the frames with Windows 1, Windows 2, like a window manager. So you can have a different buffer open here on this frame, and then pretty much think of like a workspace. Okay, and then there's a lot of things here, but to install this, it's pretty not intuitive. Intuitive means that it's not easily installable. At least it's not complicated, but let me show you before I'm just talking. Where is that installation file? Control X PP. Even look at this. This is application, and then this is Emacs buffer. It's kind of cool, but to be honest, I won't probably use this. Like I don't know. I won't probably use this because I like KDE stuff. And let's open up the Emacs file, and then EWM. So this is all my configuration, and I will zoom in. So to show you here, okay. Okay, I cannot screen record it, this screen, because the OBS is not working. Okay, let me do this, right? Windows T scratch, and then I'm going to open org mode here, so you can see it clearly. And once again, guys, please wait. So I have to see both this, okay. So this is all the dependency that I installed, but you probably you need to just install this one and Rust, WL clipboard, and then you have to install Emacs Wayland. You have to install Emacs Wayland, okay. So and then you have to run this command. You don't really have to run this command. You just have to open your Emacs, and then evolve with this shit. I don't know how it does in here. Control country, no. I don't know about this one, but not you can actually run this command, right? In the so it will, if it returns true, it has the Emacs as pgtk support. It's something support, so it's important to have that. So this command has to return in the terminal, control C T, and then you can see it has to return true. It has to return true. If it's return nil, then it won't so control X okay, that has to, and then you have to install this packages in Arch Linux, fix all these things, then get clone this repository, and then cd into the get clone this repository on this directory, okay, and then cd to this directory, that is cd to, okay, yes, you have to cd to that directory, and then run cargo build with this thing, and have to this is TTY command. That means you have to run this in a TTY, so you have to press Ctrl Alt F4 and F5, go to some kind of TTY, and then you have to run this commands, okay. This is all one line, okay. This you can see, this is all one line, and then I made a script for that. So this script is in run.sh, you can see. So this is all bullshit. So when I'm in TTY, so I can just run this shell script, this script, and then you can see, and then it will run this command. I don't know whatever this is, but it's linking to some kind of file, and then it's running Emacs daemon, and then this is your username, home username. So you have to change these things, and then here you have to point it to the, you know what, you can actually just do this. I don't know it will work or not, but okay, you can just do this, okay, but I'm not going to do that, so I'm not testing that. So, and then after you run the script, right, create this command and with the script, and with the script, right, so and then it will open up the Emacs. It will open up just the Emacs. It will probably look like what is that, dashboard. It's, I don't know why it's not opening this dashboard, but it will open up the Emacs, and then you can launch applications in the buffer. So let's see. I'm going to press Windows T. Windows T will create a new workspace. Think of like that, and then I can go to Meta X, and then what I'm going to zoom in, and then EWM launch. Okay, you can click on that, and then it will launch applications. You can see there's a lot of applications. So let me launch some application called micro stream. I don't want to open that, but let's open VLC video player. So now it's open, right, and then I can close it. Can close it by using the buffer kill command, but if there's something, I can also close it by that. And then how do I want to show you? EWM, can rename the workspace. So I don't know what this renaming the workspace really is like. Sure, let me name this. I don't know what fucking shit it renamed, but it renamed something, but I don't know. So EWM. There's literally no video on this, guys. And then Monocle is layout, but I don't know why toggle between multiple windows. I don't know why do you want to do that, but you can see focus. It will change the focus if I'm in this, right? Control X3 to open the buffer, and then Control D, Windows D to change the buffer. Let's say I'm in the shell, and then what is that? What is the binding? I can just on my windows and left and right, it will change the focus of the window. Windows shift left and right will change the workspace. That means frame. And what are the other things? EWM. You know what? I expected to be so much buggy, but it's really in a good state. But I won't use this as my main thing, because it's doing everything in Emacs is not really a good idea if you think about it. But if you just want some of these features and open this and manage your windows as a buffer, application as buffers, you can absolutely do that. And then swap with Windows shifters. I don't know what the surface thing is. It's something the terminology that I need to get fucking bug. Holy shit. Okay, so what is the time? Okay, it's you know it's fucking 4 a.m. because I using who would do these things? Run a window application inside of your text editor? Are you crazy? You know what, I just did it for fun, but I don't know, this guy has this good looking the tab bar, but I don't know how to add this thing. And he has EWM notify, and it's instead of it's Emacs, but I don't know how he does it. Maybe I need to find where his configuration, this author configuration is, but overall this is pretty nice. And then you can see in the wiki, you can go there, and then you can just come here and then get started. You can see all the commands that I told, it's here. And you have to let me open that. So you have to you install this, right? So you get cloned get cloned this, right? And then you have to point load the Lisp. I think there is a better way to do that, but I don't know. I don't see anyone what should I say? So let's forget about that. Switch between apps and regular buffer. Control XP, you can do that. Split, you can split that. Control X for close and minimize. Control X1, Control X. Pretty much buffer editing is the window managing editing. Think of it like that. And then you can launch app by EWM launch. Okay, let me zoom in. You can go by EWM launch. Save buffer list. I don't know what the fuck is that, but Control X, Control F for save this composure shutdown Emacs and return to TTY. Save buffer, kill Emacs. Okay, so if you want to log out, you have to do it. Okay, that's okay. Let me copy this, and then let me paste it in this buffer. And let's see what we can go to key bindings, and then there's some examples. You know what, I forgot to show you this, but you can do volume works, and you have to set it in the key binding. Where is that? Where is that? Control X, I don't know where is the yes, you can set the key bindings like this. Okay, the browser is gone. I need to launch that. The one more thing I want to say is Firefox doesn't open for some reason, guys. So I don't know, if you want to use Firefox, you cannot do that. I don't really care, because I just used it for fun. I'm not going to be switching to this anytime. Probably not. I like KDE. I like the features that they provide. So let's open the GitHub. Okay, what the fuck is a GitHub? So it's not a GitHub, it's EWM Emacs. I just search that, and then you can find the Codeberg. And then let's see what do they have in the wiki. And key bindings, we saw the key bindings, so you can set the key bindings. Okay, I want to show you this. I forgot that. You can see that I can reduce my screen brightness. I don't know why my brightness up doesn't work on this here, but I bind it to somewhere. File missing searching program, EWM.el error. I don't know, I tested it, it worked, but it doesn't work anymore. But let's see, it will work or not. I'm using my keyboard. Okay, it works. So up and then down, so you can see that. I don't know, man, come on. So obviously this brightness does work, and the volume does also work, so we can also do that things. And there's input method. Well, I don't know what the fuck is that, so let's see. I don't know why it's also not loading. And the input method is something to do with your keyboard and language. So what is input device? Touchboard, mouse, position. I think this is also okay. You can control no caps. So I think this is how you rename the XCB options. So you can set the options here inside of the, but speed, axle, track point, you can actually use a track point, and axle is flat, that means it won't have any mouse acceleration. Natural scroll for your touchpad, and per device override. Okay, you can do all sort of things natural. You can see right there. I will give the GitHub link below, so you can see that for fully. So I'm just going to just overview what it can do. I just did that, so I'm just showing you. You can set the display, and you can also do idle time, blank monitor after 5 minutes. You can do that here. You can run a lock screen. If the screen is idle for 300 seconds, you can run a command. That means you can run a sway lock. Sway lock is a screen lock program for Wayland. You can use that. So appearance is setting the color of the application, the theme of the application, I think. But you can set the EWM cursor to advaita, and then change the cursor size, and then you can disable animation. All those things are here, you can see here, and then you can set even wallpaper. So I don't know how it works, but setting wallpaper, that means you have to make your Emacs buffer transparent, and then set some kind of s. So this is start process shell command. So when the EWM starts, it will auto start this your you can see the sway. If you are using sway bg, you can do that. Okay, that we covered that. And then we have console. If you want to use this EWM, you have to use console, but yeah, you have to just use console. Without console, it's not worth it, I guess. And then terminal, I don't know what this thing's equivalent support. I don't really care about this stuff because I'm not going to be using it, so I'm just not getting to do this. I just want to do some minor configuration. So even when I in the future, if I wanted to use this, I just have a better base. And that's it, guys. So if anybody knows how to get this bar, how to get this bar, how to get this bar in inside of EWM. So if you know that, you can comment on this video. Okay, I think yes. So last thing I want to show is so we're gonna log out. So let's see log out. Can paste this on a yes. Now it's in shell. This is how you start it. You have to start it in TTY. Set font -D. I don't think it will go much bigger than this. And then I showed you the script, right? And then it will open up Emacs like this. Voila, Emacs. Everything is Emacs from here on now. And then you can just open it like whatever you want. So I hope, I don't know why the frames looks like this, but something is wrong with my thing. So guys, this is how you do it. And nobody made a video on this. Everybody made a video on EWM like 10 years ago. Nobody makes videos on this kind of stuff. So give a like, and then I don't know, fucking subscribe, bitch. It's fucking 4 a.m. I'm fucking making a video for you, Maki Chut, Okay, follow.